It's Week 11 of the NFL, and we've got Pat Surtain. He'll make you pay if you throw his way too often. It's the Vikings and the Broncos under the lights on Sunday night.
Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The NFL season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And all in all, pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out, the last active player remaining from the 05 draft, and a name that dominates headlines year-round, Aaron Rodgers.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Cook up the gut. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Cook again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Vikings hit 3-7 now in the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. That is caught and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Rodgers. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his 2nd season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Throwing is Wilson. This is caught by Williams. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run good for 24 yards. So the ball moves from one 38 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy from 8 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
He'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
They'll send this away to the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Here's Smith to return it. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
We didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Russell Wilson, the Bronco offense heading out. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That's pulled in at the 32. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And this one too low. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. His throw incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. Maher able to put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he's able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
That's down the field for Jefferson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. It was the veteran Dalvin Cook who took center stage in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the 2nd half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, they certainly have their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3rd down and 13. Wilson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Wilson. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
And the Vikings first down.
They'll try the middle with Cook, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Cook running right.
Holding offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. On play action, it's Rodgers. Throwing left sideline complete. That's Osborne. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne, 26 yards. And the Vikings are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Denver's offense ready to go again. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, Sutton, a nice catch. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Wilson And his throw's going to be incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And he will have a Broncos first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw again is Wilson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Brings up 2nd down.
Here's Wilson. Caught left side, Williams. So he stopped for no gain. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
No gain on the play.
Now it's Wilson. Finding Williams once more, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. First down, here's the run with Cook. Bobby Okereke making that tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So here is Wilson and the Broncos. Down by 13, 2:15 remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Now Wilson. Short throw to Smith. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Throwing is Wilson. Able to find Judy, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. And that's caught by Williams, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Able to get this to Patrick. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. On first down, Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Again, Wilson.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. complete. It's Williams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. Here's Wilson. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 2nd and 6 coming up. Wilson will throw again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Now Wilson, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. That's down the field for Jefferson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it's never easy to come into Denver to win. You think all you have to deal with the altitude, but they got the job done.
Well, there's a reason Olympic athletes train nearby. All right, they've got a terrific training center in Colorado Springs. You train at the altitude, the lungs expand, you go down to the regular, oh my goodness, they can go all day. And in fact, a lot of visiting teams, when you visit Denver, you know what's printed in your locker room? Welcome to the Mile High City. The air is rare. They get in your head that way.
So for the Vikings,